Hey, it's Aaron the Metal Theologian. It's been like a fucking video bonanza this weekend, but what the hell. So first things first, we're listening to this record, Spartan Warrior. It's good but not great. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10, kind of borrowing from Pop Off the standard of it's a solid, enjoyable record. It's about a 7, you know what I mean? Really nothing tremendous or anything like that, but it's just a solid rock and roll record, man. And honestly, it's a good record to put on when I don't know what I feel like hearing. That's kind of why it's playing right now, because I'm kind of like, ooh, a little bit in my head, but that's just the way it goes. So this video, it's another cooking video, and you know something, the next cooking video I'm actually going to cook something just for fucking hell of it, because it's actually been a ridiculous amount of time. But after I made that one, I think it was the one with the strawberry roll trifle, the one that was like the pudding with you know, with that fucking cut up little Debbie cakes in it or whatever it was. Yeah, so Mr. Chromium Dioxide Radio sent me a comment about how that sort of reminded him of his mom's sunshine salad. So, yeah, so of course I was like, dude, I want to try your mom's sunshine salad. So, hook me up with a recipe. So I got the recipe. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to make Chromie D's mom's sunshine salad. So, shout out to Mrs. Chromium Dioxide Radio. And let's get this going. I'm actually fucking with the recipe just a little bit because they didn't have any, okay. So the recipe calls for a can of fruit cocktail, right? But I didn't like any of the fruit cocktails I was seeing at the store, mostly because they didn't have enough maraschino cherries in them. So anyways, I said, fuck it, and I substituted it with this tropical shit, which I kind of like more anyway. And we'll just throw in some of our own fucking cherries. That's how we roll around here. And then we'll take some liberties with the fucking proportions if we need to sort of account for it, so let's get this show on the road, man. Fuck it, we got a good can of, fucking fruit salad here. Fruit cocktail, I should say. Yeah, I actually love that juice. It's probably terrible for me though, because it's like all sugar and syrup and shit like that. Yeah, I can't resist, so. Alright, there we go. 1 can of that shit. We need some mandarin oranges. It's actually supposed to be a cup of each of these, but what am I gonna do? Like, if it's more than a cup, save the rest. If it's less than a cup, buy more just because. I've actually never tried the liquid in one of these. It's awesome, big surprise. Alright, so here we go. Fucking... Actually, you can't even see this shit, can you? Because I'm like building... You know, you watch the cooking shows and they say that you're building layers of flavor, so check that out. That's 2 layers of flavor that we've built so far. Now, I don't know what to do with these maraschino cherries. So we're just going to put some of these fuckers in there. Let's see. I don't know. I don't want to get too much juice in, but how many of these do you think we need? I'm not going to scrimp, that's for damn sure. Thinking maybe half of these bad boys. Come on. You can do it. If you're one of those weird people watching this, who thinks maraschino cherries are weird and gross, well, I'm happy to weird you out and gross you out. Especially because these things are fucking fantastic. You ever try drinking a Shirley Temple without a fucking maraschino cherry in it? It's actually, there's a different name for that drink. You know, if you make a Shirley Temple and you don't put any maraschino cherries, you know what actually the name of that drink is? It's sort of like, you know what it's like, is you know how if you you make a martini, but you put a pearl onion in instead of an olive, it's, what do they call it? Gimlet, I think it is. Oh yeah, because I was thinking giblet. It's not a giblet, it's a gimlet. So if you make Shirley Temple and you don't put any maraschino cherries in, what that's actually called is a bunch of fucking bullshit. So, let your bartender know. You know, or I should say be clear with them if that's what you want, you know. Okay, it's supposed to be about a cup of this shit. Yeah, some I'll ballpark it with the cup. The shredded coconut. Sweetened, of course. I mean, this is America, but it's not fucking loaded with sugar. But who gives a fuck? So there we go. And then this is really sort of the pièce de résistance, so I should watch it with the French, given that Chromie's mom is probably fluent. The fucking mini marshmallows, colored, specified in the recipe. So this one has 4 fruity flavors, man. We're working with strawberry, lime, lemon, and orange. So let's put about a cup of these in here. Looks like about a cup, doesn't it? Some of these fuckers stuck together. Damn, look at that shit. That's weird. I'm like pull them apart. It's like you think I was making chicken and dumplings or something with the flat dumplings, pulling those guys apart. I don't know how much this record is coming through, but you hear how sort of middle of the road it is. I mean, it sounds insulting to say that, but it's like middle of the road in a really clean road where the pavement's solid and you're just kind of cruising, and there's a speed limit, but it's not really bothering you because you don't want to speed. You're just sort of kicking back and taking it easy and just sort of enjoying the process. That's kind of what this record is like, really. So, all right, let's get the sour cream. That's gonna bind all this shit together. Is a cup of sour cream. I actually went nuts. I'll have you note that I didn't get the fucking generic brand. I went with the Daisy. Look at this. Fucking Daisy sour. Oh, look at that. Life tastes better with a dollop of it. You know something? If I didn't believe that were true, I'd be making this. I wouldn't be making this video. So I kind of got to concede that point. All right, let me get this. Well, actually, I guess about half of this is probably about a cup, so we'll start with about that and see how it goes. There we go, man. You see this shit? Here, I'll try and do something better with the camera. By like not touching the camera, it's always up. There we go. It's our layers of flavor, right? Let's mix this shit up. I actually kind of hope it mixes properly without like breaking all this shit. I mean, this is obviously, you know, a form of an ambrosia salad, right? So, you know, if not actually an ambrosia salad technically, then, you know, it's a cousin. And like, it's not just a cousin, but it's a cousin close enough that like the offspring would have problems, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think I need a little more of this. Probably the rest of it actually, because this is looking really kind of thin. Although, I don't know how creamy this is supposed to be. You know, sometimes these things are like loaded with fucking dairy and sometimes a little bit lighter, so. Here's what it's looking like right now. See, if I did this live, you could tell me in the chat if you thought I could add more or not, but it'd also be a pretty lame live video, I think. I'll tell you this, it smells great. Here's how we're looking so far. I am going to put in a little more of this, though. I'm pretty sure I put in a lot more fruit than Chromie's mom would. Yeah, I'd like to bring this over for a taste test, but it's so fucking far, man. I actually looked at a globe to figure out if I was closer in Charleston, South Carolina to the Tropic of Cancer than Chromie D is in Labrador to the Arctic Circle. You know, I deliberately let you mull that one over for a while. It actually isn't even close. I'm a lot closer to the Tropic of Cancer than he is to the Arctic Circle. But just the fact that that's even believable, right? Alright, well this looks awesome. You're probably supposed to chill it or something. But I'm not really inclined to be patient. I used a little bit of extra juice that I put in here. Did exactly what I wanted it to. How long is this video? Fuck, I've filled 10 minutes with this bullshit already. Alright, let's see. The taste is the important part, man. By the way, I forgot. Instead of cooking with metal tea, I should be calling this Vinyls and Bits. That was a suggestion from Mr. Lazarus, who was... It's actually funny, because apparently he inspired Greeno to start making videos. And Greeno kind of brought me in. So Laz is kind of like my grandpa in a way. What do you think about that shit? Alright, just get one of these bowls. Put in a healthy portion. It would suck if this were really gross. Yeah, it's promising so far. Alright, so here we go. This is what we're working with. You see that shit? And I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good idea of what to expect here, but I've never had this before. I've never had quite this combination before, so cheers. Let's see how it is. You know something? I grew up in the Midwest, okay? So these kinds of salads are kind of a thing. So this is really good to me, but if you think the idea of this is appalling, you're probably not going to like it. For me though, the marshmallows play off the sour cream with the effect of making the whole thing a little bit sort of creamier and kind of giving it like a smoother mouthfeel, even than the sour cream would have by itself. I think the fruit is just the right level of sweetness. The coconut gives it a great little bit of texture. And yeah, this is pretty delicious. So, Chromie's mom, Mrs. Bernard, hats off. This is a fucking fantastic... Oh shit, I just said the F word to someone's mom. Damn. Alright, Chromie, tell your mom that I said her salad was tremendous. This is awesome. Man, that's some good shit. I wish every experiment came out this well. I really do feel like I'm only getting half the appeal, because among the people who are generally appalled by this sort of thing is actually my wife. So if I was sitting here scarfing this down going, oh Jesus, this is good, and she were like in the room with me, I'd probably be enjoying it maybe not twice as much, but like between 50 and 70% more. But even so, man, it's really good. I would totally make this again. And this is one of the best ambrosia salads I've ever had. Actually, though, the maraschino cherries add a lot, so I might have fixed it. The only thing I put up against this is there's a variation on this. I mean, there are 1,000 variations, right? But I guess among the Mormons specifically, for some reason that may be interesting historically, but I don't know. There's a variation called like frog eye salad, I think it is. And what it is, you use a bunch of tiny little pastas, like I don't remember what the shape is called, but it's basically you can get pasta. It's like if you take orzo, they're like half the size of a grain of orzo. Okay, they're like fucking tiny. They're so small that they want to spill out through the holes in the colander when you make it. But the Mormons like to make something that's a lot like this, but they put in that pasta. They just boil it up and throw it in here with everything else. And that's just sublime, man. The texture that the pasta gives to this, it's unexpected. Because who eats pasta with all this sweet in it, right? That's a really great combination. So, Chromie's mom, big thumbs up. Yeah, and if God hadn't invented Mormons, there might be nothing better. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of exaggeration. This is really fucking good though, seriously. So, might as well throw it out there. I've been enjoying making these fucking videos lately, so if you have some crazy ass bullshit recipe I'll go ahead and try it. I'll entertain it. You know what I mean? And I'm not real freaked out. I don't really care for liver. I don't really care for sea cucumber. But that's about it as far as like the limits that I put on eating. Don't ask me to make chitlins or something like that. It's too much fucking work. God damn, I'm gonna take this down tonight. Think I can't do it? The only reason I even hesitate is because my 20s are a distant memory. Alright, that's all I've got though. I'm just fucking bullshitting now. So, thank you for watching. Always a pleasure. I gotta go put on another record and finish fucking eating this. So fucking good, man.